All right. Well, we can incorporate it in somehow. I'm sure. I mean, I could have lotion flying everywhere right now if I wanted.
And welcome back to the Trash Talk Podcast. Hey, what's up,
How's it
everybody?
going, fam squad?
Welcome to our 10th episode of the season, which means that just one
I
more
know it's
episode and we break the world record. It's amazing.
which is fantastic because this has been the most inconsistent podcast you've probably ever watched on YouTube, with 3 reboots, each one of them significantly worse than the Sharknado movies.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, everybody,
Which those movies are pretty bad.
this is a very special podcast, as this is the last time I am a minor on camera.
Yeah, which is going to be, unfortunately, got a lot of things I got to delete after this episode, but
Yeah.
we will make them last while we can, while we're doing this. Because, oh
It's-
my gosh, I can no longer have the presence of Emilio here anymore.
I got too
Which
old
sucks.
for Ryan.
Yeah, unfortunately, age kind of wears down all of us. I was going to do this really cool bit called Lotion Cam, but again, can't do that now since Emilio here is aging very rapidly.
I can sue him now.
That can't happen.
Well, actually, tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah, legally he can sue me.
Tomorrow's my birthday,
Yeah,
everybody.
it's a very...
Very exciting. I don't know when Ryan's
You're
birthday
turning
is.
6 this year?
No, 18. It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's 6. You were 5 this previous year, and now you're 6.
Well,
Maybe
it's
7.
actually
5
we
might
have
have
it-
been like 20.
This show is so inconsistent that the last time we talked was 13 years ago. So that's why you think I was
Yeah,
5.
actually, that's insane considering how... I find that funny considering how I wasn't even doing YouTube back then. So that's kind of weird that was 13 years ago that we last talked to each other.
So
We time traveled.
So yeah, the crazy stuff happened this week. This week was my freshers week. If I had a nickel for every time I had a freshers week, I'd had 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
To Emilio, that's probably like a fortune. Let me tell you, the amount of money that this man spends a year is probably very, very minimal. He only needs Fortnite in his life. That's all he does nowadays.
Speaking about
YouTube videos
Fortnite,
and Fortnite.
on the last episode we talked
gosh.
about how it was very unlikely that Fortnite might get banned, and then it got banned.
Then he got banned anyway, because it turns out Epic Games don't exactly have all the rights in the world that everyone thinks it does. Which kind of goes well with the whole TikTok ban, which is apparently happening in 30-some days, I believe now, because it was 42 like a little bit ago. So that's still kind of on the horizon as of right now.
And that's the news.
Yeah, great news, everyone. Fortnite's banned and TikTok's on the horizon. Let's all give an applause
We did
for
it.
making the world a better place.
We did it. But yeah, that's it.
Gamers, we did it.
Next week, both of us return to school. So this is your back to school special, everybody.
Yeah, I know. It's actually pretty interesting. At the time that we're recording this, I mentioned it briefly to Emilio before we started, but as of this recording, I am back in college tomorrow for until the end of November. So that's epic. Very epic.
I love it how this is a very low energy podcast.
Yeah, it's to the point we're just realizing, shit, all sorts of bad things are happening in the world. Fortnite got banned, TikTok, Emilio's turning a year older. I mean, we're like, fuck, what are we gonna do from here?
I mean, it's pretty much
It's crazy
downhill
how
from
much
here.
it's changed.
Like, we already did 10 amazing episodes this year, so it's like there's no point in, like, if we keep trying. Season's downhill.
Yeah, like, look, man, we have to have like a low key kind of deal every once in a while. No wacky, insane stunts, surgeries, and not having children. Nothing like that come up every once in a while. The OnlyFans account is still a thing. I would encourage you to pay money. There is a cheap discount now from $10 to $9.99 exactly.
Oh my god.
You cannot submit a $10. I know, it's a crazy discount. Please take advantage of it while you can. The flash sale, literally,
Oh wow.
is only for a limited amount of time.
Well,
So take advantage of it, everybody. And we might do that shirtless podcast if we get enough backers on the
yeah,
OnlyFans account.
remember, if we get 10 likes on an episode, we will do the shirtless episode.
But if it makes some of you uncomfortable out there, well, you know what? Tough luck, because I'm sure there's some of you out there that would love to see these abs. Let me tell you, that one pack is looking pretty good.
For everybody that's just listening, he gave us a sneak peek. Wow.
Yeah, I actually lifted my shirt a little bit, not just enough to give you kids a taste, but other than that, though, nothing too revealing. We got to save it for an end goal of some sort. Yeah. That'd be an epic podcast.
Anyways, guys, I did have a topic just in case we would eventually run out of stuff to talk about at the beginning of the show. So,
would you just briefly mention fucking politics and your birthday and like taking my shirt off? Other than that, yeah, we're off to a great start.
I don't know if Fortnite getting banned qualifies as politics, but
I mean, that's only. I mean, to be fair, as far as Fortnite getting banned, because there's only so much you could talk about. Like, Fortnite has such a memeable status nowadays. It's like, oh, Fortnite got banned. Well, what the hell else are we going to talk about surrounding that? It's banned. Like, that's it.
Well, everybody,
there's not much.
I'm going to go get the surprise for this episode. Be right back.
Oh boy, this should be very, very exciting. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. What if I remembered my birthday? Which, isn't for another several months, but, no. Quite possibly could. I have this ready just in case. I brought the lotion just in case things got a little exciting. I could add some spice.
Well, actually, the surprise is a 10-inch dildo, so...
Is it? Well, then this lotion is very, very appropriate for what we're about to do here, then.
Oh, so last year my sister bought me this board game, and I've never played
Truth Bombs. Yes.
So we're gonna play Truth Bombs. Oh my god.
Alright, well, this is interesting. Oh gosh. I've actually never heard of this, believe it or not.
So, the way you play this game usually is with 4 people, but we only got half of that.
Yeah, so, we're too cool for that. We always, like to break up the rules a bit. Rebellious.
So, we got these cards, and they've got questions. Like, if they were a sauce, what would they be? And then I would answer about Ryan, and I would say, well, Ryan would be ketchup, because he's hella basic. And then Ryan would say something about me.
I would say Emilio, as far as a sauce goes for you, you would be a very mild mustard garlic sauce.
I like mustard.
Just how basic you are, but also just how you be. So, I'm trucking in a little bit of a compliment. You're also, like, a bit yellow on the inside. I should know because I saw you bleed a few times.
Why am I yellow on the inside? Like, should I see a doctor about that?
I don't know, man. Like, I think it's like this weird disorder you told me, but I think mustard when I think of you.
Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle these cards while Ryan
yeah, it's like your red blood disorder. You bleed mustard.
Recaps the plot to Avengers Endgame.
Alright, so Avengers Endgame, it basically had this culmination of superheroes and supervillains who were fighting over the Infinity Gauntlet, which actually was a bottle of lotion Thanos wanted to use to lubricate the universe and insert himself into it. That way he could transform the entity that is reality. Unfortunately, the Avengers, however, had a very serious case of blue balls, and they decided to stop Thanos in his quest by using the power of Axe body spray. And by doing so, they nullified the lotion threat, and Thanos went and cried to his mother. And then cried when Fortnite got banned. So, that's the plot of Avengers Endgame.
That's amazing.
I know, great movie, actually. 10 out of 10.
Can't believe it made $3 billion.
I know, it was insane. So, they even predicted Fortnite.
If they could be anywhere right now, where would they be? Literally anywhere else. That I think.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, the other question is, if they were an app, which would they be? I feel like
All right, what kind of app am I?
Ryan's um like Tumblr. He's like he's weird. Like he's in a lot of fandoms and is very passionate about his stuff. But there's just like a lot of porn there. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, we skip over. It's like he's passionate about fandoms, but man, oh man, all that porn he has saved, man, all those illegal downloads. You gotta see it. You know what? If I had to pick an app for Emilio, you're definitely a Tinder guy because you're always getting swiped right. You can never find any kind of love or success, which is why I will eventually win the bet that we made, and because my Tinder has gotten at least one. Okay, I made a Tinder once and I deleted it afterwards. Wow. But you are a Tinder, sir.
God damn it! I bring people together. I think I'll take that as a compliment. But for those of you who don't know, could you please explain what the bet is? The epic trash talk bet.
So like in a few episodes ago, Emilio and I made a bet that turned out to be actually pretty serious. That whichever one of us could get a legitimate woman, and we're not talking like when I say legitimate woman, I mean a female woman who is naturally a woman, to come on the show.
That escalated quickly.
Emilio has these fantasies and desires, so I have to be very, very. The point is, if whoever brings a girl on the show first, and we do like an episode with her and whatnot, wins the bet. The loser has to post a video on their main YouTube channel, no side channels, created by the other person. So I don't want that to happen with this gremlin here, directing a video on my already dead YouTube.
Anyways.
So, yeah, that's essentially the bet that we got going.
What thought goes through their mind at least once a day?
I already know what you're thinking probably every day for your channel. What meme can I steal and not make original content for today?
No, I think I'm supposed to say what you think. So.
Alright, well, what do I think? I know that's what you think, I'm sure. Just stealing unoriginal content.
I mean, Ryan says,
pretty easy.
I can't wait to talk to Emilio. I love him. I wish I could be him one day. I wish I could be... When I was 17, I wish I could have been like him. But instead I was making NASCAR videos.
Oh my...
So, what one thing would you save from a fire? I feel like you wouldn't save all your superhero t-shirts because you just can buy those again at Walmart. So...
Walmart. These are quality shirts. None of these came from Walmart.
They're from Target.
Thank you very much. There's no Target in the area of my house for a reasonable distance away.
I don't know. I don't know anything that, like... I feel like the fire would be doing you a favor.
I'm probably just getting rid of all the remaining Funko figures I probably have stashed away somewhere. I mean, probably just burning the remnants of...
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to burn those is probably what started the fire.
It's probably me attempted to light a match, just had to think of gasoline. It's like, oh, whoopsie doopsie, slipped out of my hand. Oh, well, now my room's on fire. Shit. I think the one thing that you would save from a fire, if you still have this, while the blaze is going, you're thinking about what's the most important thing I could grab before my entire house explodes.
My dog.
That pile of hair that you shaved off in a previous video that you did, just so that way you can have it in case you decide to shave your head again for another video. That way you can just make a quick wig out of it.
A museum asked us for it, so it's in a museum. It's actually in the Smithsonian. So it's an important...
The Smithsonian?
Yeah.
Oh, what historical event was that tied to? Because I would love to know what bullshit story you told them to get it in the Smithsonian.
It's from this video, and we showed them the video. It worked.
Let me tell you, man.
What are they terrible at? I think Ryan's great at everything.
I think this was pretty... Everything is not an answer. It has to be something specific.
I think you're great at everything.
Thank you.
Why are all these gotta be mean? You know?
Yeah, that's true. See? It's something positive. Alright. You know what, Amelia? I think you're one thing that you're really good at is coming up with really good video ideas. For example, one of your most recent videos, probably pissing off all of Latin America with your president tier list. So you know what? I think you're really good at coming up with videos like that.
Thank you,
I think
buddy.
it's really good.
What's the first thing they do if they had the power of invisibility? Probably like get naked, because then it'd just be like clothes, like just wandering around.
Dude, listen. You don't need I don't need to be invisible to do that. Like I said, shirtless podcast at 10 likes. If I'm willing to do that, I don't need invisibility. Again,
What
I
pickup?
think that if you had the I
What?
think if you had the power of invisibility, you would use it to sneak in the Smithsonian and steal your hair back because you realize that they're just going to burn it because they realize how worthless it is.
I don't think they would burn it, because I mean, I would steal it back and sell it to a cooler museum.
Just sold to a cooler museum. The Smithsonian's one of the biggest museums in the world.
Yeah,
Where else
but
are you going to sell a pile of used hair?
I want the Louvre in France to have it.
That's an art museum. It's not a history museum.
What? It's still art.
Just gonna glue it to the Mona Lisa as soon as you sneak in and have like a unibrow on a priceless work of art.
What pickup line would always work on them? I think a pickup line that always works on Ryan is, "Hey, dude, you want to do a podcast?" And that worked.
Yeah, that usually gets me. Like I just hear that and I'm completely swayed and convinced. And that's pretty accurate. Your pickup line, I think that you would try on every woman you
No,
walk.
it's a pickup
you
line
walk by in line.
that would work on you.
Oh, on me? Oh, I think I know exactly what would work with for you then. If I walked by and I wanted to, use this sweet pickup line, all I gotta do is use "Shorty, what it do, baby," and you would instantly fall in love with me.
I don't even know what that is, but I am intrigued. If anyone ever sees me walking down the street, please try that, and I will marry you.
There you go.
What is their secret dream job? Stripper. It's kind of weird how every podcast we talk about an OnlyFans. I feel like you're projecting, buddy.
I mean, to be fair, I don't. When you're talking toward my secret job, that's first off, I'm already a stripper on the side, man. OnlyFans account completely counts, so that's like a side gig, not a secret, really dream job. Dream job, sure, but not a secret. I think your secret dream job would be something along the lines of probably making like I'm gonna say like making like illegal like presidential like passports and whatnot to give to people. That way you can come over and legally marry me again
Oh
for
no,
an actual real.
that's my that's
That way,
my
because you're
that's my biggest nightmare, dude. Like, I don't think it's my dream.
I'm pretty sure that's like your. I think that's like your secret dream to marry me.
Nah, I'm
I say
good.
again because we divorced once, but
What
you know.
is this? This one's gonna hurt. Describe their face in 3 words.
Oh crap.
Not that ugly.
Young, dumb, pale.
I'm pale.
In comparison, yeah, sure, you look a little pale there. I mean,
If I'm
to
pale,
be
then
fair,
you're
I mean, look at your irises, dude.
then you're like a piece of paper.
Piece of paper. Hey, I'll have you know, I tan very, very well. We don't look at the undersides of the arms, but the tops of the arms, man, hell, look at this. I tan brilliantly.
That's actually the first time I've ever gotten called pale. Um, what is their password?
Should have said, ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know exactly what yours is then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, it's password, dummy. Oh man, I gotta cut that out.
Oh, God damn it, I should have remembered that. Oh, I'll have to remember that for next time.
What will their last words be? Ryan actually won't have any last words because I'm just gonna cut them out of the podcast.
She's gonna cut out the last second. Ryan's last dying words as he lay on the operating table were, and that's it for today's episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. You know what? I can see that happening. I think your last words. See, if I was editing it, I wouldn't cut out your last words. I would probably put my own voiceover in there, just a terribly edited voiceover with me just saying a weird voice. You should have made the DeBoss anime part 2. It's been 3 years. I really should make that.
We're all waiting. What 3 ingredients would be in the dream sandwich? Just a load of cocaine.
Fuck. That's only one thing. You need 2 more things. A lot of cocaine doesn't amount to all 3 answers.
Well, the other 2 ingredients would be the bread and maybe some mayo.
I think the bread's kind of a cop-out, because when you think of a sandwich, obviously bread's going to be part of that formula.
Well, then mustard on the other side.
Yeah, it figures there's mustard there. I'm going to say for yours, a lot of heroin, a tampon,
what?
And and a slightly used condom.
Well, I feel like at least the bread will be edible.
Yeah, at least the bread. You know what? You can swallow it. You can inhale the rest of it, right? It's like a balloon.
If they were a painting, what would the painting be called? I feel like you would be in a BuzzFeed video of top 10 forbidden paintings. No museum wants to show these.
Top 10. See, this is going to be the exact painting that they paint. Just me with a ball of lotion in my mouth, getting ready to just start injecting it into my body. just start hitting the nozzle. Gosh. The painting that I think best represents you, probably something along the lines of one of those Pornhub ads, but it's the guy with the horse head on him, and you're just standing over someone's bed, getting with a giant dog, ready to throw it out.
What type of ads show up on your feed? I've never seen that.
Dude, I have a premium subscription, so I see all the best stuff this platform has to offer. Let me tell you.
What film represents their life the best? I think a movie that best represents you is Parasites.
I've heard this is actually a good movie. I haven't watched it.
It's really good. I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh gosh.
I feel like Power Rangers.
I feel like Emilio's I feel like your ideal movie title would probably be the worst movie in this series.
No, you have to pick a movie that actually exists.
No, I would say it's a Good Day to Die Hard.
I've never watched it.
It's probably going to be your ideal movie.
Ooh. Who is their secret guilty crush? I feel in the case of Ryan, it's me, because he always wants to marry me. It's if we
look, man, it was one time, and it was only to help you. I'm gonna say for yours, if I had to pick, probably Justin Bieber, just considering the obsession you had for him a few years ago, how much you had the Bieber fever from back then. I feel like you would probably marry him now if you saw him again. He's probably your secret crush.
I mean, he has a lot of followers, so it would be very beneficial for me.
If anything, just say it's for free promotion. If any of your friends ask, why'd you marry Justin Bieber? Free promotion. Duh.
What are they most likely to go to jail for? I feel like that's not fair, because the light just went out. Oh, man. Well,
I cut the his house just now. That's why the lights went out. I'm getting ready to storm.
Ryan can't go to jail because he has family in the department, if you know what I mean. So he'll be fine. He's immune to the system. But I feel like he would go to jail for public urination.
Public urination?
Hey, man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You know what? I can't help it, man. Too many margaritas at an after party. You know, well, what can I say?
I can't blame you.
You know, if I think your ideal, just like 2 words to describe Emilio's, like, what if he was in prison? He didn't have to tell me. Tax evasion. That's exactly what he would probably end up in prison for. I can just see
I'm
it
not
right
even
now.
gonna. I'm not even gonna debate it. I feel like I would.
Exactly. He just accepts it's like, not that I was planning on doing it anyway, but you know, whatever. Well, we'll go with it.
What is a terrible habit of theirs that they really need to work on? I feel like you have to stop masturbating.
I feel like you at some point need to start shaving your pubes. I feel like at some point it's just get out of control. It's gonna consume your face. It's gonna grow that much.
Oh my god. What?
This is gonna grow up your body. Is that chest hair? No.
Mine was an actual problem you had. I wanted to have a serious podcast. All of it was actually leading up to this question. It was just a huge setup.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a setup like, Ryan, you need to stop, man.
This one's kind of...
This is why we did this.
This one's kind of lame. If they had a signature dance move, what would it be called?
Oh, gosh.
I feel like mine would be the tax evasion shuffle. Apparently, I have like tax
evasion shuffle.
Apparently, I give away tax evasion vibes. So
you do a little bit. Like you seem like the kind of guy who just hunkered down in a basement, like just evading taxes. IRS or is just looking for you. Trying to track you down for not paying that $5 on that bag of bread you bought.
What is their best feature? I feel like Ryan's best features is his beard's kind of cool. You know, it's not that big, but it's
it's not that big.
But it's okay. I mean, it's like the right size. You know, it's not like Tony Stark beard or. But
I mean,
if the spectrum,
I'm kind of hoping you're gonna like.
I don't know. I can't think of a roast.
I was just kind of hoping you're gonna. I just thought you were going to better detail, like, man, oh man, like that beard's a defining feature, but that forehead, man, that wide, bald forehead, man, you know, that's probably like the first thing I noticed. That light when you walked in just blinded me. So definitely your forehead.
I mean, sorry for not being as vicious as you snake.
Well, you know what? I think your most defining feature, when I look at your face, definitely that mustache you're still struggling to grow after all this time. I don't know if you shave off your chest hair or anything, but I think that's probably the first thing I noticed about you.
I don't even have a mustache.
Exactly. You shave. I mean, the chest hair isn't coming in that much, apparently, so clearly something's missing.
I don't get body hair. I don't like it. If they could only
I guess we could have the... So, you know.
If they could only take one thing to a desert island, what would it be?
What do you think I'd take with me? Come on, I'm very curious.
I feel like your body pillow. It's just like meek like this.
You know what? I was half thinking that you were going to say... No, I thought part of me thought you were going to say he was going to take one of his Funko Pops with him. And I'm so glad I was wrong. I will take the body pillow over one of those stupid plastic figures. I mean, they're going to say, like, man, he's going to fondle that Funko Pop on that island, man.
I mean,
body pillow, though, I'll take it. I'll take it. They're within the right age demographic, so why not?
What would I take to a deserted island?
What would you take to? You know what? That's kind of
my tax report.
I feel if you were, no, you just take like the burnt remnants of your tax reports just to throw them in the water in a deserted location because you're that paranoid because you evaded taxes.
Well, here's another question: how old do they look?
Not a day over 6. Let me tell you, I'm so like proud.
Brian looks 50. It's 50. Weird because everybody tells me like, "Why are you hanging out with that middle-aged man?" I'm like, "No, he's like 19, guys."
My gosh, your parents just walking through and like, "Why are you talking with a 60-year-old man?" I'm 21 years old.
It's amazing because apparently in this situation, my parents speak English and Ryan speaks Spanish, so they understood each other perfectly.
It just kind of reversed.
If they had a YouTube channel, what would it be about?
Oh my
It would be
gosh!
about
Wow,
update
this is
videos.
probably the first question that we have real world example for. I feel like your ideal channel would be on NASCAR rants. You would dedicate your videos to filming at terrible, low quality videos ranting about how NASCAR has too many loops in one of their races. I feel like you would have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to that. NASCAR haters 69420.
That sounds like an amazing name.
Yeah, it is actually. I considered that at one point, but the NASCAR video ended up being pretty bad, so I was like, nah, the boss.
What would be their weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse? I feel like you would just throw your old Funkos.
Yeah, just throw my Funko Pop figures at them, see what sticks.
I mean,
Gosh, still think I would probably do that because I'm too ashamed to admit that I owned them. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna go down and die, I'm just gonna like get rid of these damn things before they search my room, see what valuables are left behind. I just don't want to be caught with them anymore. I feel like after a while, you would, after you were done your business with getting rid of your burned tax evasion reports, you would beat them with the briefcase you carried. Your tax report said just to get rid of the briefcase and maybe win a fight. So probably your tax evasion briefcase.
I mean, the world is ending, and I feel like taxes wouldn't exist anymore. But
Exactly. So you're just getting a jump start on the game. It's
what
really
was
easy.
what was their first word? I feel like your first word was "What's going on, bosses?"
What's going on, bosses? That's more than one word.
You
So
said
my
it
first
all.
word was what?
You're saying it all together.
I feel like the first word, all at once in one single word, but it was an entire sentence. The first thing you said was, identity theft is not a joke. And then, ironically, you would later commit tax fraud later on in life.
Is that my first words? Okay. If they were a dictator, what would their first law be? Oh, NASCAR is banned. I feel like that would be.
Probably like NASCAR is completely wiped out from the face of the world. I feel like if you were in charge, the first law you would implement would be every year people must attend every theater in all the world to see the Trash Talk National Tour live.
It would be kind of like those
Like,
Kim Jong Un events in North Korea where people are forced to go watch him.
the difference is those just two idiots sitting up on stage like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Talk Podcast,
I feel like
shirtless podcast, incoming, 3, 2, 1," and that's just the entire show.
I feel like
That's
I would
it.
rather go see Kim Jong Un. At least that guy's playing with nukes and stuff, and we're just talking about like
Oh, my. That's
Fortnite.
like the first thing you think. It was like, man, let me tell you, the nuclear bombs, man. That's like the best part about it. Like launching them at people. Holy shit! It's so fun.
Ooh, who is their one true love?
Ooh. Hmm. It's a hard one.
I feel like your one true
I feel
love
like
is watching hentai.
you know me so well,
I
man.
feel like
That's how
that
I
could
spend like most of my time.
that could apply for both of us. So let's just skip it.
I feel like hentai with apparently, you know what? I feel like for you to either be watching hentai or apparently King Jong Un would be apparently be your secret true love.
Best friend in love with Kim Jong Un. What?
Yeah, what?
Oh man, does that mean that since we've made fun of Kim Jong Un, does that mean that the Trash Talk World Tour is not going to be available in North Korea? It's like
Probably.
our
We're
fans
probably gonna
there,
get. We're already banned in like 3 other countries. Might as well just add another one to the list.
our fans in North Korea are gonna be very disappointed, Mr. Kim.
Yeah, all one of them.
And it was actually Kim Jong-un. Um,
Oh, it was Kim
it
Jong Un,
was, yeah.
unfortunately.
If there was a documentary film about them, what would it be called? Declassified.
Hmm. Potential throwback. Hmm.
Go watch that video, please.
It was actually a really fun video. It's probably
Yeah.
like one of the better collaborations I've done on YouTube, to be honest. But
What
what would your documentary be? I feel like yours would
an
be
amazing life.
tax fraud. I feel like yours would be like tax fraud. The story of how I met King Jong Un.
Partying with the supreme leader.
He's actually the one that taught you how to commit tax fraud, didn't he?
No, because he doesn't pay taxes. Actually, he doesn't have to. He's the leader
Oh,
of the country.
So you followed. So then it's very clear what happened. You followed his example, and you were just worse at it than he was, because he didn't have to bother doing anything in the first place.
I actually started my own dictatorship. I took Mexico and split it in half, and I'm actually the supreme leader of North Mexico. It's amazing.
You know what? That actually sounds. You know, it's better than your other documentary title, OnlyFans: The Story of How I Met Ryan, my best friend.
If you were a song, which song would you be?
Gosh,
I feel like Ryan would be "It's Every Day, Bro."
Gosh, hate
Just
that song
because
so
he's
much.
the whitest
Such
guy
a
I know,
bad song.
and that's the whitest song I know.
I feel like circling back to, I think yours would be like the Russian national anthem, the Communist Manifesto.
I'm not even Russian or a communist.
I just picture you just standing there, like, getting into North Korea with your tax papers, like, hi, and just playing with the background behind you as you walk up and meet King Jong Un. Like, sir, I am dedicated to your cause. I'm not communist. Sir, I am willing to be dedicated to your cause.
I don't know how I got that.
I'm giving up communism.
I feel like I would rather have the Russian national anthem over "It's Every Day, Bro."
Well, that doesn't do wonders for my music career.
If they were a transformer, what vehicle would they transform into? I feel like Ryan would turn into a tractor.
That's like one of the more random ones, to be honest. I didn't think tractor was going to be the first thought that came to mind. But thanks. I feel like yours would be a bumper car, because that way you could bump into everybody on your way to collect your hair from the Smithsonian. That way you can sell it to the Louvre.
Yeah,
You just run everyone over on the way there.
That's actually the plan. So I'm gonna delete this part of the podcast if you don't mind. We don't talk about this anymore.
Plan. It'll be on the news.
How do they really spend their weekends? Filming a podcast. That's what we do.
Really anything. I mean, playing games, watching some shows. I find podcast. Work. I don't know.
What should the
That's what I do. Now,
Okay, are you done?
No, I was gonna say the other interesting thing you do is didn't you actually send me lotion in the mail?
Yeah.
I mean that's something interesting. I think you do.
Yeah. What should the hobbies section of their profile page say?
Oh gosh.
I feel like I can speak for the both of us. Hentai enthusiast.
I feel like yours would have something along the lines of former communist, tax fraud, tax fraud invasion pro.
If I ever try to get a visa, I hope the visa people don't watch this episode where I'm getting called a communist.
Well, hopefully not. As soon as you get back from North Korea, you're just gonna edit me like nuclear engineer. You're gonna have supreme knowledge of how nuclear technology works.
Actually, this is very sad. This is actually the last episode Ryan has with us. The new host is coming in next week, straight from Pyongyang. It's actually Supreme Leader Kim. What? Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Whoa.
We like I talked about it with Kim, and he wouldn't budge sharing the screen
Wow.
with two people. So
You know what? Now this officially means I've been banned from both North and South Korea. I'm very saddened by this news.
wait, how did you get
I'm very
banned from
devastated to
South
learn.
Korea?
Now you see, that's a story for another podcast. We'll talk about that one another time. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
I kicked in the groin the president of North Korea?
Yeah, because doing that got me banned from South Korea because I kicked children in the balls in North Korea. They banned me in South Korea. That's exactly what happened.
If they could replace a body part with an animal's, what would they choose? That's kind of lame. What pet name did they have as a child? Little
Pet
shit.
name? Yeah. Little shit. I think yours was like somewhere closer to hentai enthusiast.
That's what my teacher used to call me.
As soon as you found that titty mouse pad in the trash, let me tell you, man, your fate was sealed.
Where would they feel most out of place? I feel like Brian feels most out of place everywhere. Even this is his show, and he's out of place.
Man, I was going to say the same thing about you. I was going to say, like, any place, period. Like, any public place.
What would be their dream romantic date activity? I feel like most people would say listening to the Trash Talk podcast. But since we're the people making the Trash Talk podcast, I feel like having a date on the Trash Talk podcast and winning the bet. I
feel like winning the bet would definitely be up there. I feel like also marry my best friend for a green card would really be up there for a lot of the different events that I'd like to do on an ideal date. I feel like you would do that first. You would hit me up and be like, hey man, so remember that card that I need? I'm willing to marry you now.
So what if we marry each other, and that means that we both win the bet because we both brought our significant other to the podcast?
Ooh, that's a good point. So does that mean we each have to make a video for each other then at that point?
So that means that nobody has to make a video.
Dude, there's a loophole. Dude, I will... Marriage license right after this episode. Like, we have to have an entire episode where we sign a marriage license and we make this official. You know?
What is
that? We're together forever at that point.
What is their number one passion in life? I feel like I speak for the both of us again when I say hentai enthusiasts.
Hentai enthusiasts. You know what? I'm not even going to argue against that. Like, I feel like both parties align here perfectly.
Oh, this one actually has the same response, because if they started a religion, what would it be called? And I think I speak for the both of us when I say...
Hentai enthusiasts.
Hentaiism.
Hentai enthusiasts.
Hentaiism.
Tax fraud.
I mean, isn't religion just basically so you can commit tax fraud? Because as far as I'm concerned, religion don't pay no taxes.
I was wondering at first. You were like, man, isn't that what hentai was made for? Tax fraud. Isn't that why everyone watches it?
If they had a baby, if you had a baby with them, what would you call it? I feel like Trash Talk podcast.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. The name's a little generic. I feel like it's been taken already. I feel like you would probably call him Jong-un Jr.
In order
is
of
what your ideal
number one
kid
sponsor, Kim Jong-un. This episode is brought to you by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Visit North Korea today.
Oh my.
Click the link in the description to take a 50% off.
There's a petition also down below to get me unbanned from South Korea. Like, I don't want to go to North, but, you know, South Korea, man, I really had some fun times there. Please help me get unbanned.
What did their parents show the moment they were born? Ew, take it back.
Mistake.
Um, which cartoon character do they look like? And this actually hurts Ryan because he used to be called Peter Griffin in school.
Actually, you know what? That's a real life example right there. Like, there's no debating that. That's like a real answer. That's something I've heard multiple different times from many different people. I still disagree, and no,
I feel like you look
but
more like.
to be fair, it's true.
I feel like if we were talking like SpongeBob characters, I feel like you'd be like Patrick, and I'd be Squidward.
I don't see you really being Squidward. I see you being more like Sandy Cheeks. Yeah, you can hold a lot in those cheeks of yours. Like, at least two
buddy.
raccoons. So I feel like you could probably pull that off very well.
I do have a fat ass.
I was gonna say, like, we can hold two raccoons, so.
What does their horoscope probably say about them today? Well, I'm a Leo. My horoscope says it's my birthday tomorrow, and Ryan says you're going to be filming a podcast.
Yeah. My sign's Sagittarius, so I feel like
That's a Pokemon.
Emilio's in this case would say something along the lines of piano incoming, and we're just gonna leave that one subtly there. He'll definitely get the piano though, I promise.
Oh, thanks,
I will
buddy.
send it to him personally.
Which form of torture would make them confess everything? And I feel like I speak for the both of us. I feel like I speak for both of us when I say hentai being banned would be a
hentai enthusiast. It's like, man, what kind of torture would make you talk? Hentai enthusiast, duh. Like, what other better torture is there? Gosh damn it.
How will they die? I think
this one's a pretty easy one.
How will I die?
I feel like you're gonna die probably one of two ways. You're either gonna get bored watching hentai, and you're just gonna die of dehydration or starvation or something, because you got hooked on it for way too long. Or, alternatively, you were killed by, and no description needed, tax fraud.
I feel like I speak for the both of us when I say too much hentai will kill us.
Yeah, hentai. It's like, man, you know what? Supreme answer, hentai, my dude. Like, it's the core answer for everything.
What would you buy them in a Secret Santa? I feel like I would buy Ryan a new life. I feel like.
God damn! I was hoping you were gonna say more lotion.
Oh, sorry, but you got enough.
What a disappointment that is. I feel like you would probably receive. I'd probably get you a better YouTube channel.
But I already have a great one. Why would I need another one? If they woke up in your body, what would they do? Kill myself.
Give you a tattoo.
Ryan was
give you a tattoo that says, I would say I committed tax fraud across your forehead, but you know, that works too. Ryan was here.
In one word, describe their taste in partners.
I feel like for you, I feel like your standards are pretty high, considering how you want to marry me. I think like you have really great taste in people. I feel like your romantic standards are like way up there.
Could we find one that says desperate immigrants that are in need of a green card? I feel like that's Ryan's type.
Yeah, that's exactly what I go for. That's why Emilio was attracted to me in the first place. That's why I'm like, you know what, I'll take you in, or we're gonna be like the new presidents or something. Like, we're gonna take over.
And I feel like this is the last one. This is a good one to end it in. If they had a superpower, what would it be? And I feel like I speak for the both of us when I say, I feel like we already have a superpower when we're hentai enthusiasts.
Enthusiast, definitely hentai enthusiast.
That's my superpower.
The power to see as many anime titties as possible, man. I love hentai.
Oh wow!
Hentai.
What an amazing
Oh
show!
my gosh.
Is there anything
I
left
know,
to
man. Let
talk
me tell
about?
you. You know what, man? I feel like this was probably like the best thing to end off on. I mean, hentai enthusiasm is like the best thing we could have ever asked for from this episode.
That's
I mean,
absolutely
now we
right.
both know that we're very skilled in the area, and we both just love hentai.
Well, that was Truth Bombs. Thank you to my sister for getting me this as a gift a year ago, and sorry for just opening it.
Use code Trash Talk at checkout for 50% off.
She had to buy it twice. Because the first time that she bought
Oh
it,
my god.
the British Post Mail lost it. So, if any out there has my copy of Trash Talk, have fun with it. And, yeah. It's Trash Talk of Truth Bombs. Why wasn't this show called Truth Bombs instead? You know,
My
missed
gosh, you know what?
opportunity.
That would have been so great. We could have dropped so many knowledge bombs. We could have talked about the cheapest of vasectomies. We could have talked about the best of marrying to move into another country. Being enthusiasts in hentai. How to evade your taxes. We could have dropped so many knowledge bombs
I feel
on
like,
all these,
in many
unsuspecting people.
ways, we're probably, like, even more informative than the Discovery Channel.
Exactly. I mean, we teach everyone everything that listens to the show. I
Yeah.
mean, they hear about so many amazing things that you wouldn't normally expect to hear from in the world. So I feel like we beat out Discovery that way. You're right,
Well, everybody,
very much.
remember to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go to my YouTube channel. If you're listening to this on YouTube, check us out on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Pocket Podcast, and many more. And if you're in any of these platforms, please check us out on YouTube if you want to see the video of this. You're on Anchor. Actually, you can
Let me
send
tell
us.
you.
I'm not done. Okay, buddy. This is your last show. Now you know why. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. You can have your moment. I'll just drink lotion.
You're not having any dinner tonight. Okay. You lost that
This
from
is my dinner.
Anyways, if you're on Anchor, you can send us a voice memo.
And maybe you'll be featured in a future episode.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to plug, Rian? Oops.
As
No,
far
you
as what I
don't.
got,
No, you
everyone,
don't.
if you it's my last episode, so I might as well make it count. If you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me at Ryan Bittner, RianBittner. If you want to check me out on YouTube, check out the most consistent show on YouTube, DeBoss Official, for all your comedic gaming, as well as my second channel, The Nostalgia Factor, where I post retro gaming content that I swear is more consistent than DeBoss. Because my gosh, if I can't do closet reveals, what the hell can I do anymore? So, that's what I got.
I haven't watched that video, but I will get to it.
Gosh damn it. That's actually something we mentioned in an, I think it was either on the podcast or no, it wasn't. It was on an off conversation. It was like a parody of Ryan's toy reviews.
Yeah. Anyways, from here, everybody here at Trash Talk Towers, New York, we wish you a good night.
And a Merry Christmas.
No, Ryan, don't push your religion, okay? Happy holidays, everybody. Nobody cares.
Happy Hanukkah. Peace out, everybody.